So they added the Happy Ghast into the game recently, and if you didn't know, you can actually just stand on them. I'm going to be using this feature to create a brand new minigame for us all to play on the AutoCraft server. So I'm here on my test world. As you can see, I've got this minecart going, and the idea I have is if we can hook up the minecart to the Happy Ghast, and then we can almost make these leapfrog kind of effects where you stand on the Ghast and then you have to jump to another platform. So it's thinking about how to incorporate this into a fun minigame with like 2 different sides, and it's almost like a versus game. So here is the first demo of the concept I'm going with. So as you can see, you can sort of jump between them, trying to not, fall off. But it's pretty tricky because these redstone rails are way too quick. So I'm probably going to slow it down once I've started building the proper contraption. One thing I've done to make sure that the minecarts will bounce back and forth forever is that I've used armor stands because they count as an entity, and because it does that, they just bounce forever. And it's pretty simple. This is really the backbone, this is the structure of the map, and we are just going to focus on creating a big void area and some proper gaps and spaces, and really thinking about how is this going to come together. So this is the map. Well, most of it. I haven't put the gas in, and I also haven't decided on kind of like a spawn location yet, but this is the map that you will play. So if you see, I've made it less ghast heavy because I think it's kind of hard to do anything else when you're focusing on just jumping between the ghasts. So I figured you get more fun gameplay if there's more kind of space between where the ghasts are and where people can like do things. So the idea is that you have 2 teams on either side. They're pretty much exactly the same. They're mirrored on both ends, but it's a mirrored kind of map. And the idea is that you have to go all the way over to your enemy's side, and somehow you're going to prevent them from respawning. And that is going to mean that, anytime you kill any of the opposite team and they fall, and they'll die in the void or the fall or whatever, then if their respawn is blocked off, they're not going to be able to come back. And the idea is that you have to try and get over there, lock off their spawn, and kill all of them before one of their teammates can come and free the whole gang out. And it's kind of like this back and forth gameplay between the teams until a team comes out on top. But the thing I need to think about right now is what the heck is the spawns going to be? Because it's a pretty simple build, but I think I'd like the spawns to be something a bit more pretty. Something I've had in my test world for a while is this ship. I actually have no plans for this to be used in anything, because it's kind of just standalone. So might as well use it for this, because it's really pretty. I'm actually very proud of it. So I think this is probably what I'm going to paste in. So I've done a little more work. I put in the ships that I wanted. It took me a while to get it because it's like they're going to be mirrored exactly. I've also put the gas in, so we're pretty much ready to go on that front. I also built these little thunderclouds because I thought these could be like little raindrops that people are jumping across. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Plus it means we've got a bit more building in this minigame as opposed to kind of just these amazing ships and then these really boring clouds and raindrops. So big fan of these. I like them a lot, and it gives some meaning to the game. I have also built an interior to these things. So there's a bunch of stuff here, but basically an enemy team can come down here and lock the enemy team off by coming through here. You can flick this lever, locks them in. It also sends a firework up in the sky so an enemy can hear and see once their base has been locked off. So this is your spawn room. As you can see, you've got a bed, which is where everyone sets their spawn, so they will respawn in this tiny chamber. And since it's been locked, you can't get out. There's no way to do anything really to get out of here until one of your teammates free you. You can also see through the window here and get a little look at whatever's going on, I guess. But, let's say a teammate comes, frees them, now it's open again. And the loot you will spawn with is a wooden sword and a fishing rod. And I chose these because they're super easy to collect, so it means the materials won't be a problem for me. It's not super overpowered, but you can still, actually kill people, not just knock them off. And I thought the fishing rod would be super fun if you're trying to rod people here, or you're holding the base and you just want to yank people off, because I think that could be also super fun. I'm really happy with it. I think it's turned out pretty well. It actually didn't take that long to make. Honestly, it's pretty much ready to just start building. Let's head on over to the AutoCraft server and let's pick out a space to build this thing. We are here on AutoCraft. We're at the gaming district. As you can see, there's a bunch of other games that have been set up in the area, and this is where we're going to be building our own minigame. Since it's going to be in the sky, it's not too big a deal specifically where it goes, because we won't have to be like terraforming anything, but it should kind of be out of the way of other stuff. I think somewhere over here is pretty good, so we're kind of stretching down here, going across, though I don't even know if there's much point doing it right now because we don't even have the materials to make any of our stuff. So let's go and do that. I have been placing a lot of scaffolding, so this is now set up so we can build, because our thing's going to be in the sky. Makes it a little easier for us to get around, take it down, everything like that. And we have all our materials. There is a ton of stuff in here that we're going to be using to build a big old minigame. I'm going to do a time lapse of it, I think, some kind of little thing showing how I build it, because I mean, you've already seen the design, so it's not particularly interesting me running through how everything looks and stuff. So I'm just going to get to work on building it now, so we can have some people play it. I think it's finally time we take down all this scaffolding. We have completed the build, which means I can get rid of all of this scaffolding. I have placed and made so much for this project because, oh, there is a lot of scaffolding. So we need to take out all of these supports down below. And that is the last of it. We have some of these here. Those are for getting up to the actual minigame. So we are leaving them. But yeah, the project's finished. Well, I say finished, but there is actually a pretty important thing we're missing, which is the happy ghasts. I don't have them because I figured it'd be more fun if I did it with you. So currently I have 4 ghast tiers and a single dried ghast, but we need 5 for this project. So we're going to need to get ourselves 4 more happy ghasts, which means just got to kill a bunch of ghasts, really. That's kind of all you got to do. Let's go get ourselves some ghasts. So we have a mob switch at spawn, so we're going to need to head a little further out. Potentially try and find ourselves a little soul sand valley, like this one over here. Here's our first ghast. Oh my god, I got a ghast head. That's so funny. Ghast number 2. Pretty sure his stuff fell in the lava. Let's try and get this guy over some proper land. And that fell in the lava again. Okay, I've upped my brightness for this so we can kind of see what we're doing, because I figured it probably isn't too fun not being able to see anything. Still haven't gotten any more. It's really annoying because the ghast keep falling on in the lava, and I keep losing all the stuff. Here is a ghast. There we go. Alright, we got 9. That's one more happy Ghast. Here we go. And boom. 3 more to go. Alright. Happy Ghast number 3 is done. 4. 1 more to go. Let's do this. Here is the last Ghast. Here is the last happy Ghast. We got 5 of them now. Lucky me. So now I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get them in the minecarts, really. Okay, so I think how these guys work is you put them in the water and then you just kind of have to wait for them to grow. So I guess I'm chilling here until they grow. Alright, so all our little baby Ghasts have grown up. And I believe it's snowballs that they follow. So I've collected a bunch of snowballs. And I'll come back for that one later, but we just got to get these little guys all the way up there. In fact, I don't know if it's easier to grow them up first or what, but I'm doing the little babies first because they're tinier, which makes them easier to control. I think if I get them in the minecarts when they're babies and then grow them up, that's probably going to be the best way to get them in the minecarts super easily, just while they're small. Okay, here we go. First one. Yep. There we go. We got one in, and he looks so funny. Look at him. Okay, well it works. You can in fact get baby Ghasts in minecarts. That's reassuring to know, because I was getting a little nervous there for a second. Oh, this guy just grew up naturally, and he's in the minecart. Okay, cool. I think that's the best idea, is have him like be really near the minecart. I think get him to grow up. Oh, nice. This guy just went in as well. Okay, here is plan C. So we have a little happy Ghast here. How do I pick off his harness? So if you shear this, you get the harness. I'll be right back, Happy. So with our harness, I can put it on this happy Ghast here, and then we could just go to where the minecart is. And here's my thought process, right? Bring it all the way down. Boom, in the minecart. And then we can just shear it, get our harness back. Plan C, probably the easiest one. I feel like I should have been doing this with the other guys. Like this one. Because we can just ride him up as well. I don't know why I was wasting time with the climbing. Because this is definitely quicker. Anyway, to the top. Fully completed. The minigame is done. Yeah, here it is. The minigame in its complete glory. It's actually just ready to go. I mean, like, people could start playing this today if they really wanted. I feel like I have to do a couple things that I'm probably going to do off screen. Like build a lobby and maybe water chambers up. I'm not too sure. But I felt like it would be mean of me to show you, building this whole thing and then no one actually playing it. So we're going to get some of the AutoCrafters on and we're going to give this minigame a go.
I lied.